Did you know scientists once made a frog levitate using nothing but magnets? Get ready, because these 10 experiments are about to completely blow your mind. First up, the levitating frog. No, it's not a magic trick. Scientists at Radboud University used a ridiculously powerful magnet to make a small frog float in midair. How? It's all thanks to something called diamagnetism. Every living thing, including you and that frog, has water in its cells. The magnetic field pushes against this water, creating a force strong enough to counteract gravity. The frog was unharmed and just floated there, probably very confused. This experiment shows that with enough power, magnetism can make almost anything levitate. Imagine what else we could float. Next, we have the world's longest running lab experiment, the pitch drop. In 1927, Professor Thomas Parnell at the University of Queensland wanted to show his students that some things that look solid are actually super viscous liquids. He melted a block of tar or pitch, poured it into a funnel, and waited, and waited, and waited. The first drop fell in 1938. Since then, only 9 drops have fallen. That's less than 1 drop per decade. It's so slow that no one has ever actually seen a drop fall live. The experiment is still running today, a testament to patience and the weird nature of matter. It proves that even things that seem completely still can be moving, just on a timescale we can barely comprehend. Now, let's dive into the bizarre world of quantum physics with the double-slit experiment. This one is a real head-scratcher. Imagine shooting tiny particles, like electrons, at a screen with 2 small slits in it. You'd expect to see 2 lines on the detector behind it, right? Wrong. Instead, you get a pattern of many lines, as if the electrons are behaving like waves and interfering with each other. But here's where it gets truly weird. If you place a detector to see which slit the electron goes through, the wave pattern vanishes, and you get the 2 lines you originally expected. It's as if the very act of observing the particle changes its behavior. It acts like a particle when you watch it, and a wave when you don't. This experiment is a cornerstone of quantum mechanics, showing that reality at the smallest scales is probabilistic and just plain strange. Get ready for another quantum mystery, quantum entanglement. Albert Einstein famously called it spooky action at a distance. Imagine you have 2 particles that are linked or entangled. No matter how far apart you separate them, across the room or across the galaxy, what happens to one instantly affects the other. If you measure the spin of one particle and find it spinning up, you'll know instantly that its entangled twin is spinning down. It's like having a pair of magic coins where if one lands on heads, the other is guaranteed to land on tails every single time without any communication passing between them. This phenomenon defies our classical understanding of space and time and is being explored for new technologies like quantum computing and unhackable communication. The universe is connected in ways we're only just beginning to understand. From the super small to the super big, let's talk about CERN's Large Hadron Collider. This is the largest, most powerful particle accelerator in the world. It has a 27-kilometer ring of superconducting magnets buried deep underground on the border of France and Switzerland. What do scientists do with it? They smash protons together at nearly the speed of light. The goal is to recreate the conditions that existed just a fraction of a second after the Big Bang. By studying the debris from these tiny, incredibly energetic collisions, physicists can discover new fundamental particles, like the famous Higgs boson, and probe the deepest laws of nature. It's like having a time machine that takes us back to the very beginning of the universe, helping us piece together the story of our existence. Time for a break from physics. Have you ever wondered if plants can make music? The answer is kind of. In the plant music experiment, scientists and artists attach electrodes to the leaves of a plant. These sensors measure the tiny electrical variations that occur as water and nutrients move through it. This data is then converted into musical notes using a synthesizer. The result is an ever-changing, unpredictable melody generated by the plant's own biological processes. While the plants aren't singing in the way we do, it reveals a hidden world of activity and offers a unique, beautiful way to connect with nature. It makes you wonder what other secrets the quiet world of plants is holding. Now, for an experiment that sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, memory transfer in worms, researchers train planarian flatworms to navigate a simple maze to find food. These worms have an amazing ability to regenerate. So, the scientists cut the trained worms in half and let each half grow back into a complete worm. The crazy part? Both the head half and the tail half, which grew a new brain, remembered how to solve the maze. Even crazier, when they fed pieces of trained worms to untrained worms, the cannibal worms learned the maze faster. It's believed that memories were stored in the worm's RNA and transferred through digestion. This experiment challenges our understanding of where and how memories are stored, suggesting they might not just be in the brain. Let's move on to something that's both weird and incredibly important. Glow-in-the-dark cats. No, this isn't for creating a new trendy pet. Scientists at the Mayo Clinic inserted a gene from a jellyfish that produces a green fluorescent protein into cat eggs before they were fertilized. They also inserted a gene from rhesus monkeys that helps fight off the feline version of HIV. The cats were born perfectly healthy and glow a faint green under a special light. Why? The glowing gene is just an easy-to-spot marker. If the cats glow, it means the gene insertion technique worked, and therefore the disease-resistant gene is also likely active. This research could help protect cats from disease and provide a valuable model for fighting HIV in humans. What if we could live forever? The Immortal Jellyfish study is looking into that. There's a species of jellyfish, Torritopsis dohrnii, that can essentially reverse its aging process. When it gets old, sick, or stressed, it can revert back to its earliest stage of life, a polyp, and start its life cycle all over again. It's the only known animal that is biologically immortal. Scientists are studying the cellular mechanisms behind this incredible ability, a process called transdifferentiation, where one type of cell transforms into another. By understanding how this jellyfish rewinds its biological clock, researchers hope to unlock secrets to repairing damaged tissues, fighting age-related diseases, and maybe, just maybe, extending human life. Finally, we have one of the most revolutionary scientific tools of our time, CRISPR gene editing. CRISPR is like a pair of molecular scissors that can find a specific piece of DNA inside a cell, cut it out, and even replace it with a new sequence. It's a precise, relatively cheap, and easy-to-use method for rewriting the code of life. The potential is mind-boggling. Scientists are using it to develop cures for genetic diseases like sickle cell anemia and Huntington's disease, create more resilient crops, and engineer bacteria to produce biofuels. Of course, it also raises huge ethical questions about designer babies and permanent changes to the human gene pool. CRISPR has given us unprecedented power to control biology, and we are just at the beginning of figuring out how to use it wisely. From levitating frogs to immortal jellyfish and rewriting the code of life, it's clear that science is often stranger and more wonderful than fiction. The world is full of so many mysteries waiting to be solved. If these experiments blew your mind, hit that subscribe button and share this video with someone who loves to be amazed. Thanks for watching.